Good afternoon, everyone. This is Darren Jackson, and I am on live. So where I'm doing the week 2 post game talk from last night as well as over the weekend. So we're going to get a chance to do a lot of talking about some high school football week 2. So alongside with myself, my nephew Jackson Lee is here. So Jackson, say hello to the people. You want to say hello to them, Jackson? Jackson, are you gonna say hello to the people?
No.
Okay, well you can step out if you want to. You want to step out? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start out. Last night I went to the game at Parisian Stadium between Scythe and Scythe Park, and last night Scythe Park destroyed Scythe, 62-28, and a game that I thought that it was all Scythe Park. I know Greg Tepper stated that he was going to pick traditional old over new, and Tupper, like I stated to him in his week 2 prediction picks in the lightning round, I stated to him that Scythe Park is a whole different team. That was a whole different level. Scythe did not have the matchup standards to be able to hang in there with those guys, and they didn't. Last night, Harold Perkins did some really good damage on the ground game. Where he had like 8 carries for 137 yards. But the key play, actually, it was 6 carries for 137 yards. He had the 89-yard touchdown run, as well as the 3-yard touchdown catch. But the big playmaker last night was Cameron King. Cameron King had a night to remember. 10 carries, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns, including the 77-yard touchdown run, a 54-yard touchdown run, and a 59-yard touchdown run. And then he had a 73-yard touchdown catch from Edward Dixon. Scythe Fair, they tried to make it a pretty good game in the second quarter, or actually third quarter, but it was so much Scythe Park, man, last night to where it was ridiculous. So that game against Bridgeland on October 15th, I'm hoping that I get a chance to be able to broadcast that game. I really would love to be able to broadcast it, so I could be able to get a chance to cover that game. I'm testing something real quick. All right, and hopefully the side ranch game will be another game that I definitely want to take a look at, and on the 28th. Which case, trying to see the 15th of next month. 15th of next month is going to be on a Friday, and that's going to be at the Berry Center. So I'm quite sure that if I get a chance to be able to broadcast that game, I can get a chance to be able to cover it for Texan Live. And big shouts out to Texan Live, Jesse and them and the crew for letting me get a chance to be able to do week 1 for Scythe Park against Scythe Ridge, which I was a massacre. But we're going to get into some scores and everything. Like I said, we're going to talk about games that happened over the weekend. On Thursday, it was Deer Park all over Clear Creek, 42-14. Meadow Creek defeated Side Lakes, 35-14. Klein Kane, in the game that I went to at Prigion on Thursday, Klein Kane had well over almost 700 yards of total offense. They ran over Side Creek, 56-21. It was Houston, Washington over Northbrook, 39-21. Conroe defeated Kingwood, 42-0. Baytown Lee all over Chavez, 58-17. It was Spring Woods who defeated Pasadena for the second straight year. It is 33-13. Spring Woods took care of business. Spring Woods is 2-0 this year, and they look pretty good. So, shouts out to Coach Cripps and his crew. I know it's last year. They went 2-0, and then they, I think, went 3-0. And then next thing you know, they had some tough games that they couldn't get by in the district. But They did defeat their rivals Northbrook, which it was Klein all over Seven Lakes, 30-0 in a shutout, which that surprised me right there. Congratulations to Elif Elsick. Elsick get the big win over SFA, 22-10. It is spring, definitely in a blowout over Klein Oaks in a shutout, 49-0. And the game of the week for Texan Live, which in case Ashley Pilkle, big shouts out to her, as well as Greg Tupper and the crew. They went out to Fort Bend Ridgepoint, and Ridgepoint defeated Dickinson 42-36. Richmond Foster got a win over Travis, 28-7. It was Fort Bend Marshall, number 2 ranked team in Class 5A Division 2. They took care of Fort Bend Elkins, 49-7. Klein Forest took care of Waltrip, 48-0. Clements took care of Westbury, 52-14. Worthing all over Northside, 61-0. It was Montgomery Lake Creek all over Porter, 35-15. Grand Oaks took care of Sterling, 62-0. Analog defeated Fur, 54-28, and I was wrong on that one. Rudder took care of Americas, 44-7. And this is on Friday's games right here. Paytile took care of Morton Ranch, 44-13. It is Rosenberg Terry all over. Well, they defeated Lamar Consolidated in a pretty good one, 17-14. College Station, 5A Division 1, number 2 ranked team. They took care of George Bush, 49-7. There was no score with Generations and Scarborough. Angleton took care of A. Taylor, 49-41. That was a pretty good one from what I was being told. Lumberton took care of Buna, 42-6. You had East Chambers take care of Royal, 52-14. The game of the week that surprised me all, and I think it surprised everyone in the state, Humble Atascocita. Think about this. Atascocita went to Allen, Texas. They took on a team that had not lost at Allen Eagle Stadium when they first renovated that stadium in 2012. Allen has not lost a home game since 2010. They had the longest home winning streak in the state and probably one of the premier winning streaks in the country. And Atascocita took care of them, 41-20. I mean, they just straight beat them down. Just straight beat them down. And I got to say like this, Atascocita is going to be very tough to beat. They're in that same district with North Shore, Belmont Westbrook, and C.E. King. I think that's going to be an interesting district. Who can knock off North Shore? I think it could be Atascocita. They look pretty good so far. You got AAM Consolidated on the 5A level. They defeated MacArthur 62-7. College Park defeated Bryan 24-14. You had Summer Creek all over Decaney 65-7. Tumble all over Nimitz 52-0. Stratford got a big win over Conroe Oak Ridge 31-27. I think Stratford in 17-6A is going to be a team that you definitely don't want to play when it comes into the district ranks. So that 17-6A is going to be very competitive now that Scythe Fair is not going to be the heavyweight. Jersey Village is another team that I think that is going to be very good. And speaking of Jersey Village, they got a big win over Langham Creek. And I got to say to those boys at Jersey Village, congratulations to y'all, man. Y'all going out there handling your business at the Berry Center. Great job on that. That was a good game. They was down at one point, but Jersey Village found the way to get a win into that. Memorial defeated Pearland 17-14 on the final seconds of a kickoff thing, or it was a field goal. I think it was in overtime. If I'm saying that correct, I'm not too sure. North Shore took care of Klein 34-7. In the game that I went to at Prision on that Friday night, it was Side Ranch all over Side Ridge 54-24. Pasadena Adobe all over Bel Air 70-0. Then you have Beaumont Westbrook took care of Tumble Memorial 48-34. Then Port Arthur Memorial defeated Barber Seals 56-28. Clear Lake defeated LaPorte 34-28. The Woodlands secured Lamar 17-7. Waller all over Aldine 62-0. Eisenhower got a big win over Challengview 54-21. You have Scythe Springs over Humble 21-16. Hargrave took care of, I'm not too sure which team this was from, a non-Guayal opponent. It was 49-0. There was no score with the Sam Houston and Wisdom. Vidor took care of an opponent. Well, I'm not too sure who they played. They won 24-7. It was Nederland over Austin, 41-0. Columbia over Warden, 56-6. You had Lamarck take care of Sharpstown, 34-7. Manville took care of Crosby, 35-21. You had Pearland Dawson all over Houston Heights, 58-19. Needville took care of Santa Fe, 24-6. Sam Houston got beat by Goose Creek Memorial from Baytown, 27-20. It was C.E. King prevailing over Straight Jesuit, 35-27. Cleveland took care of North Forest, 37-6. Alvin, congratulations to the Yellow Jackets. They knocked off Fort Van Kempner 17-0 in a shutout. Clearbrook took care of Friendswood 25-14. Yes.
I used to go to the school that was Yellow Jackets. Can I tell them?
Go ahead.
No, you tell them.
You can tell them. Tell them. Talk to them.
No, you tell them.
What, you shy? You scared?
No, I just been talking.
No, you can talk. But remember we talked about it, right?
Yes. I used to go to Hancock Elementary that used to represent Yellow Jackets. And now I'm at Hancock. What do they represent?
I guess the Yellow Jackets.
No, that wasn't.
Okay, was it Jaeger?
Yeah, that was the Jaeger. I'm at Hancock.
Okay, to let them know.
I guess they celebrate the Eagles.
Okay.
No, the Hawks.
Hawks. Okay, let them know then.
And now I'm at Hancock, so I think they celebrate the Hawks.
Okay, the Hawks. Okay. All right, so I noticed that you have a viewer and everything. Say hey, I want to say hey to you guys if you are watching this. If you have any comments or you have anything to say, please definitely say so. I'm doing some scores right now.
Say something.
Spring Westville took care of Fort Bend Hightower 38-12. Katie Tompkins in a big win over Clear Springs 53-43. We have Brazerswood over Sterling 20-19 in a close one. Texas City is 2-0. They took care of Galveston Ball 33-7. And then you had Galena Park taking care of Caney Creek 34-14. And Huntsville took care of Willis 43-31. Dayton got a big win. I'm sorry, Montgomery got a big win over Dayton 45-20. Your final score on that one. Fort Neches Groves got a win over Beaumont United 21-17. It was First Year over El Campo 38-17. Calhoun over Stafford 21-14. Carthage got a big win. Don't know who Carthage played, but they got a big win. It was 42-14. That's basically East Texas that we're talking about. I'm trying to get away from the East Texas as much as I can. And then we have some games on Saturday that I want to be able to mention. It was Yates all over in Madison. It kind of reminds you of the Soul Bowl game. Yates took care of business yesterday. That was, it's not a shocker to me, but Madison hasn't been the same since. Shouts out to Vince Young out there. Shouts out to my cousin BJ who played at Madison. Sam Rayburn took care of Milby 16-0. It was Clear Falls over Memorial, Pasadena Memorial, I should say, 34-7. Dulles, Fort Bend Dulles took care of Willow Ridge 42-5. Katie Taylor got beat by George Ranch 48-13. Cinco Ranch all over Aldine Davis 20-15. Katie is 2-0 as usual. They took care of Cy Woods 42-7. Katie dominated that one. And the game that I talked to you guys about from last night, Scythe Park, all over Scythe Fair, 62-28. So there were some games last night and some games over the weekend that I thought that it was some matchups that I pretty thought that it was something that you guys probably had enjoyed. I noticed that I'm doing this live. So if you guys have anything to say, please put any comments. Make sure to hit that like button, and hit that notification button, so you won't be able to miss another video of this. So we're gonna get a chance tomorrow to talk about week 3. And there are going to be some games that I think that a lot of people are going to be very interested in and wanting to know who is going to play who. And then tomorrow we're going to do some state rankings. I know tomorrow is Labor Day. I'm going to check and see if the state rankings is going to be available.
Tomorrow's Labor Day?
Yes, tomorrow's Labor Day. So tomorrow is, like I said, Labor Day. We're going to see if the state rankings are out. I want to know where Atascocita is going to be ranked. And I think that Atascocita should be ranked in the top 5 in the state. To me, I thought that was the biggest win so far. And also Lake Travis. Oh no, sorry, I'm sorry. Austin Westlake took care of business over Euless Trinity, 34-14. So I think that this year's 6A and 5A, Division 1, Division 2. When you take a look at everything, I think that this is going to be an interesting year. A lot of these heavyweight teams from last year, like Scythe Fair and a few other teams, they are not the same. But I think that they are going to get better. I don't know who in 17-6A can top anyone. Anyone can get beaten. I don't think it's going to be an undefeated team this year. I think that everybody is going to beat up on everybody, and then they're going to get themselves ready for the playoffs. You're only going to have 4 teams that's going to last until the playoffs for Division 2 for the Division 1 and 2 for the Division 2s. And I think that this is going to be an interesting year. So with that being said, guys, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. But before I go,
make sure to leave a comment and subscribe to me and him.
Okay, so you guys heard it from my nephew.
And say in the comments you like either the Longhorns or Cowboys.
Okay, so they got the point, Jaja. Thank you so much. All right, so guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I got an interview today, big interview today to talk about last night's games. And hopefully we'll be able to get a chance to do my show tomorrow. So that way I want to be able to see all the state rankings from 6A. I think that Scythe Park should be ranked higher than what they are expected. And if they are not ranked, that's going to put a fuel to the fire for all the other teams around Class 6A and Region 2. Especially with the likes of Bridgeland and Side Ranch. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to y'all for right now. And this is my nephew, Jackson Lee. I'm Darren Jackson, signing off, saying goodbye, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Let me do my dance first.
What dance?
Look, this dance. Can you do that?
Come on, do your dance. Quickly do your dance. Okay, I'm about to wrap it up.
I know that. Wait, let me do the
Jackson,
floss.
I'm about to wrap it up.
Let me do the floss. How you do it again?
What?
How you do the orange dresses?
I don't know. I'm about to wrap this up.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye, y'all.